Welcome to 1943.
Yes, we know.
I won't touch the rudder. Oh my goodness me. That's incredible. Wow. Jim, where are we now?
Dorset.
Yes, we're on a Dorset hillside. I was expecting somewhere flat if there's an aircraft involved.
Yeah.
You know, we're not on some like featureless Lincolnshire plain, are we?
Yeah, we're not. That's true. But I promise you, just over there, in that shed.
In that shed?
Yeah, that's a Lancaster you can fly.
Oh, shush.
I promise you. And it is jaw-dropping.
I mean, this is, as you know, barn conversions go, a Lancaster is pushing the boat out, isn't it? Normally it's like a nice kitchen with an island and some beams.
This is like Mr. Ben. Okay. You almost walk past the door and then you just turn right.
Group Captain Ben.
Not Group Captain Ben. Mr. Ben, you know.
No, but he's not Mr. Ben anymore. He's
right, yeah. Group Captain Ben. Yeah. Or Wing Commander Ben.
Wing Commander. All right, we'll go.
And you go through the door and suddenly you are transformed. You're no longer on the Dorset hillside in 2025 with the azure blue sky above. You are suddenly transformed back to an RAF base somewhere in England, somewhere in Lincolnshire.
Okay.
Trust me. Come on.
Telling me to trust him again.
Now, what I want you to remember is that your courage, your cheerfulness, and your resolution will bring us victory.
Oh, okay.
Right, now what you need to do is you need to go in here, go up the stairs, first left.
Okay.
All right?
Okay, thanks, Jim.
Good luck.
Let us go forward together. Amazing. Buy war savings. Right, first left, here we go. Aha! Andy!
Welcome to 1943.
It's just like it in here, isn't it? Except in colour.
It's in colour. We can take you right back to the RAF and Bomber Command in 1943. Everything around here, or most of it, are original parts from that era. From the charts they used, to parts of the plane, to the whole system, the whole way it was operating.
Amazing.
The most valuable part and unusual bit here is that telephone with 617 ops written on the front. That is from Scampton. It was used on the Dams raid, thrown into a skip, recovered from the skip, and via various routes did end up with me eventually.
And you've charts everywhere here, so you've basically got the enemy coast ahead chart there, haven't you? The coming down off the coast of Lincolnshire over the Dutch coast into Germany. Amazing.
That's correct. One quite rare bit at the top here is a copy of the actual navigation chart that Nicholson had, which was the navigator for David Maltby. It was David Maltby's aircraft that actually reached the dam, and that's what we used when we reflew the route. Right. He's got the exact lat and long on there, all the headings they did, the speeds, the heights, so we're able to replicate that completely, and we can do that for anyone else if they want to fly the Dams raid.
You're kidding.
No, not kidding. Behind you, one of the interesting things, they always carry two pigeons on a Lancaster.
Yeah.
There's the piece of paper that they would fill in, and there's the clip that they put it in to put on the pigeons. If they got shot down in the dinghy, they could send back their coordinates for them to find out.
Rather than eat the pigeon. Yeah.
That's right. I suppose if they got back successfully, that was an option. That is window. And as you know, window was dropped to confuse the radar. This is actual window, and this is actually the length of it is according to the type of radar.
Yes, the wavelength of the radar that they're trying to spoof.
That is window.
May I?
Yes, you can. Now, millions and millions of strands that were dropped, but there's very few examples left, so we were lucky to come across this one.
You know, if I wanted to buy some window, who do I talk to?
If you want one piece, we'd part with it, but other than that, we'd hang on to it. It's so unusual.
That is absolutely amazing that you've got this and that this stuff survives. Because it's meant to be disposable, isn't it?
That's correct.
Chuck it out the aeroplane.
There's a lot in the North Sea, on the bottom of the North Sea.
I bet there is.
There's a lot over Europe, but it's mainly disintegrated 80 years down the line.
It's absolutely incredible. Okay, so this is amazing in here, and I'm sure we could. But there's a Lancaster fly, so
we have one more room to visit before you get into the Lancaster.
Okay, so this is the amuse-bouche. Now we're going on to the starter.
We're going to the starter, the middle bit.
Lead on, lead on. This is too much. Can't bear it. Oh my word. Wow.
This is one of the original link trainers,
Yeah.
1939. It's called a link trainer because it was Edwin Link who developed it.
Right.
His father had an organ factory, so to get the movement on it, they used bellows and suction, and that's how they managed to get it to move.
Incredible.
It's very important, two things. One, over 500,000 pilots learnt to fly using a link trainer, and even pilots like Guy Gibson, Douglas Bader had to keep going back on it through the training, while they were actually flying, to keep themselves current. So it was a very important piece of equipment. It was the very first thing that inspired me into getting interested in the RAF. My father took me over to the ATC hut in Guildford, and they had a link trainer in it. And as a 5-year-old, that was an aeroplane.
Yeah.
From then on, and I've based this whole room on my memory, which is absolutely photographic of what that room looked like as a 5-year-old and how it inspired me to do the things I've done.
Incredible.
We've taken this one, because it was stripped bare of everything, when I rebuilt it, we've used electronics on it because we can, and it's possible to fly any mark of aircraft there, whether it be Spitfire, Tiger Moth, Lancaster, all from here. And some people come in and fly this link trainer as they would have done back in 1940.
And it turns with the...
This one doesn't move merely because the room won't allow it. We haven't got enough room. But the original ones, yes, 15 degrees of bank each way. You could actually stall it and you could spin it, as well as the ordinary flying controls.
Absolutely amazing.
The other interesting thing was, what they thought they were doing in this link trainer and what they were actually doing was actually drawn on this desk.
Right.
This desk here had a thing called a crab on it.
Yeah.
And that would move across that desk, and it had a pen pushing down, hence the glass there, so they could wipe it out afterwards, and they'd have a chart underneath. So if you was doing a NavX in this, navigation exercise, it would be drawn on there. All he had was instruments in those days, no visuals.
So you're flying purely on instruments. But that's very good. That's good training for flying instrument only,
excellent
right?
training.
For in the dark or in fog or whatever.
That's correct. So he would have his mission, he would go and fly it there, then he'd come out where he thought he'd flown, and where he'd actually flown would be drawn on that piece of glass.
Oh, that's
There were many moments, I think, of embarrassment when they thought. And when they trained, on the wall behind me, you'll find some quite complicated patterns, and there were certain patterns they were expected to be able to fly. So they'd take off to 270-degree turn and so on, and are expected to end up back in the same place, all drawn on the table with a pen. So there's no escaping if you got it wrong.
And the instructor would go, you're miles out, you've messed that up.
That's it. Get back in.
Get back in. Do it again.
Back in. Do it again.
So this would be set for different types. So if you're moving from Spitfire to Typhoon or whatever, you go on they set it like a Typhoon, as it were.
Some of them, there was a general way in which they were set up, but they could alter it by putting a different calibration around the instrument. So say it was set for an instrument for the Tiger Moth, they could alter it so the calibration was different, so you get the different speeds showing as you were flying.
Right, okay.
So one interesting fact about this, although this was in a building and never left the ground, we believe there was one fatality in the war in a link trainer where an airfield got strafed, and the poor chap who was doing his training exercise in there perished in the link trainer.
No!
So he wasn't even airborne. And the last thing, behind you is a kite.
Yeah.
That kite there, and below you on the left is a Gibson Girl transmitter, which is one of the original wind-up transmitters. That would be in the dinghy, which would automatically inflate when the plane ditched. They would get that out, they'd put this kite back together, it'd be in that tube, so it's all very well protected, and they'd fly it. Instead of string, it would be wire. And that was the aerial for the radio. Wind up the radio, send the message back. In addition, they had the two pigeons, which they carried there. So one or the other should get a message back to the ASG rescue launch, could find them, or if they were abroad, someone could find out where they were, hopefully try and rescue them and get some help.
Amazing. Right, well, hopefully I won't need to do that on this next trip. Shall we go? I'm just busting teeth.
You've been very patient. Now time to get you on the Lancaster bomber.
I've run out of patience. Come on, let's get on with it. Come on, you're killing me. He's killing me here. Amazing. Oh my God.
Right. We're now going to enter the aircraft itself. So you've seen the briefing room, you've been in the link trainer room, you're now going to the Lancaster bomber itself. If you follow me in, stand yourself there.
Yeah.
This is the rest bed that went between the main spar and the secondary spar.
Yeah.
Underneath there is all the oxygen bottles that they had to have. There's 15 of them there
Yeah.
to give them the oxygen. We mentioned the pigeon earlier on. One of them is positioned here. You can see the quick release where they could take it off to throw it into the dinghy if they required it.
Yeah.
Then there's the line there to release the dinghy that went right down the fuselage of the aircraft. You've got the escape axe here, which was there ready to use. And because it's quite thin aluminium, you could fight your way out, hack your way out there. Any questions?
No. No, I'm just taking it in. I mean, I've been in the interior of a Lanc before, but not with it presented like this. There is this sense that absolutely everything's been thought of.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I had a curator from a well-known museum come here. He reckons now it is the most accurate wartime Lancaster in the world, the way it's configured, because I've been able to look at everyone else's, which is the advantage I've got, and it is equipped as it should be.
Yeah. Because it's not a working aircraft. Because the working aircraft, they don't need all this stuff.
No.
And the museum ones, you know, they've got what they've got, haven't they?
Absolutely.
Well, let's go forward then, because that's the radio operator. We'll say goodbye to the pigeons.
That's it. We'll leave the pigeon behind. A lot of people are quite shocked at how little space there is in here.
Yeah.
If you come past the seat pulls out.
Right.
So you're able to sit down there.
Oh, hello, Jim.
Hello.
Do you want to be navigator?
No, if you sit for a minute, Al, and I'll just explain what's what.
You have to wait a second, Jim.
We'll get Jim in there. Right. So here, obviously the navigator would sit for the duration.
Yeah.
He's got all his charts, and up on the wall there, he's got a compass.
Yeah.
He's to tell him where he's going, a repeated compass. He's got the airspeed and he's got the altitude. So he's got a lot of information there. G behind you in the box there.
Yeah.
And he's got H2S here.
Yes.
He's got radar. There's a curtain here. You'll see a curtain rail there. Good old-fashioned Victorian brass curtain rail. So he could put a curtain down, shield himself off, so he's completely away from all the flak, all the searchlights, and he could concentrate.
The H2S is locking onto water, essentially, isn't it? So
That's
you're
correct.
using water features as you're
That's correct.
looking for a canal or whatever. You're looking
That's
for
correct.
A river. Yeah. Wow.
On the dam's raid itself, some of the landmarks were a bend in the canal, which would stand out, and they tried to find bits that were recognisable for what they were and couldn't be misconstrued to a secondary one.
And am I going to fly this now?
I think now you're going to get into the pilot's seat and fly the plane. Yes.
Amazing.
In there, that's it. Get all that there.
That's the rudder. Okay.
Yeah, don't touch the rudder.
I won't touch the rudder.
No.
Oh my goodness me.
Right.
What? What on earth?
Have you got me?
I'm coming in to navigate now.
Right. It's my job to keep it straight. You've got to watch the airspeed indicator. When it comes up to between 100 and 120, we can take off. Right. But we'll try and get to 120 if we can. Before I pull off? Before you pull off. And when you pull off, you'll pull back until you feel it lift, then check forward just a little bit, and then we should be all right. Let's see if we've got the brakes off all right. Yes, we have. Yeah, we have. Okay. Pull it back a little bit so that pull it back towards you, because that's it, the nose is coming up, so hold it there. That's it, pull it back a little bit more. 80 knots. 80, airspeed is rising. 100, coming in. Leave it a little bit longer, and pull back now, just gently pull it back, that's it, bit more, we're airborne. Good, that's it, now check forward so we don't stall, that's it. Yeah. And I want you to turn slightly to the right. So if you move to the right, that's it. Pull it back a little bit, that's it. Yeah. Slightly to the right. It's all gentle movements, not too steep, otherwise we lose too much speed. Yeah. Okay, lower the nose slightly. That's it. And just gently turn around a little bit more. But it will now straighten up. Okay. Again, just a whisper more to the right. It's not far off.
Jolly good.
Straighten her up a little
Jolly
bit.
good. Jerry hasn't got a blackout.
Yeah, then straighten up.
Very helpful that Jerry has decided to leave.
it now. Level up now. We want to keep it dead straight. You can see those masts in front. Basically aim for those. One's right in the distance there.
Got it.
Your main instrument to be looking at is the climb and descent, so keep it. If that's at level, we're doing really well. We're going low level now over Holland. We're going to fly to the Möhne Dam.
Okay.
If you see any obstacle, miss it, because we are low.
Thanks for the tip.
It's best to go over it rather than through it.
Got it.
How's your going, Skipper?
Clear. Straight. No bogies about.
Continue on your course 092.
Thank you.
Watch out for that flag, Skipper.
Jerry seems to have installed some giant windmills. We're just flying over them.
Yeah.
They weren't in their intelligence report.
The cunning swine.
He'll try anything. This stage the boy's desperate.
Right, now if you cast an eye ahead, does that look familiar?
Yes, Möhne Dam on our starboard bow.
That's correct.
What we're going to do is we're going to fly up, pass round it, back down, and engage target. You ready, Nav? James?
Oh, yeah.
James has gone to the toilet. He's gone to void his bowels before we engage.
He's been watching your fly on it. It's had this effect on him. If you look to the right now, can you see the dam itself?
Absolutely.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. That's the Möhne Dam. So we're now going to go very slightly to the right. Just take it a little bit to the right.
Tucking around the right now, just
That's
to
correct.
keep the nose up.
Oh my
That's
God,
good.
look at that.
And straighten her up.
Yes.
Straighten her up.
Straighten her up,
We're
yeah.
going to go exactly as 617 did many years ago. And there's a good view looking down now there of the dam to the right. That's the view they would have.
Oh yeah, look at it. There it is.
There she is, Jimmy.
There she is.
So just keep going ahead. We've now got to set ourselves up in the right position to do a cracking run on it. You've got the hang of this now, haven't you?
Well, the thing is, it's like steering a boat. You can't do anything major on it.
No, it's a bit like a canal barge.
Yeah.
Well ahead.
This is absolutely ogling.
Isn't it?
This is brilliant. Absolutely amazing.
There's no other one like this in the world. This is the only one. So
And here it is in Dorset.
here it is in Dorset. RAF Can, as we call it. Right. And now we're going to gradually start a turn to the right, a very gentle one.
Because watch out, it's still quite... You got a bit of room, haven't you?
That's it.
Wow.
Straighten up onto the dam. Can you see the dam?
Yeah. With the flickering. Yes, I see the down.
Right, let's get lower. Let's get lower.
You're kidding.
No, let's get lower. Pull back a bit now. That's it.
I know, it's tense,
Keep
isn't it?
going, yes. Push the nose forward and let her climb. And a little bit to go over here. Keep her down. Keep her down.
You don't want to clip your upkeep, Skip.
Keep her going straight. You can see the two towers coming out. Don't hit these trees.
No, obviously not.
No, keep her going down. No, keep her going down. Keep her going down.
Yeah, we're going
Go along now.
That's it. And then pull up now. Pull up. And then just lower the nose very slightly. Can you see the two down?
Yeah.
Fly straight through. There you are.
Okay.
Bomb's gone.
Bomb
Go
gone.
through there. Now lift the nose up. There you
Throttles.
are, straight through the dams.
Amazing.
Whoa!
Put the power on.
That's where Hopgood crashes on the right.
That's correct. Yeah. What do you reckon that, Skipper?
That's amazing, isn't it?
Jim, we just did the Möhne Dam.
I know, it's just
Yeah.
extraordinary.
I think that's it. You're doing very well. That's okay. And I'm going to bark at you a bit when we get down there.
Yeah.
Okay, everything's looking good.
Yeah.
Lower the nose slightly. Lower the nose. That's it. Okay. You can see the light is now lighting up the approach lights.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
And we're coming in now. And now, just relax. It's all right. Don't worry. You're bound to a little bit. You're holding it too far back. But don't worry. Yeah, that's got for a first landing in a Lancaster bomber. That is fine. Perhaps a whisper untidy at the end, but that's fine.
We're down.
You're down. That, after a mission, that would be more than acceptable. More than acceptable. There you are, your first flight of Lancaster bomber. You've taken off, flown the mission, carried it out, and landed the bomber back at the airfield.
Thanks, Andy.
You're welcome.
First round's on me, chaps.
Well done, Skipper.
Well, how about that, eh? It's insane, isn't it?
That is, you know me, Jim. I'm really speechless. That was absolutely.
But that is something else, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic, and so immersive.
Yeah.
You know, I genuinely was. I mean, coming in on the dam felt like an adventure. Landing it just felt like completely.
It's just so immersive, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think you know what Andy has done by aligning all the real controls of the Lancaster cockpits.
It's all completely responsive, and also, you know, that stick. The stick is from a
Bomb Berlin. I know. A mind-blowing experience. There is nothing like it anywhere in the world.
No.
Apart from this tiny little shed in Dorset.
Tell you
it's
what,
just amazing.
Next time you tell me to take it on trust to go into a shed with you, I will. Let's put it that way.
But if you do want to fly a Lancaster, this is the only place in the country, in the world, in which you can do it.
Yeah.
So look up Lancaster Flight UK.
He was terrified when I was coming.
I was terrified. I was, but you did it.
I did it, yeah.
You were there for me.
You haven't told me how it went for you earlier.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got to go.